at your shoes.
Look, okay, let us, yes. Look at the
Those
shoes.
are amazing. Yes. How are you? We're in New York now.
Wait a minute, I know, and I'm so
know.
excited.
I
can't
know.
believe you're here.
How long have you
you're
been
at the Rockefeller Center, come on.
I know, it's the most, I literally just said that in a meeting before the show. I was like, we're so lucky, man. We're in like this iconic building. It's so fun to come to work with.
Well, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, with
you're
everybody.
Fabulous.
Oh, it is. Well, it's also just a great crew, great vibe. It's a really good vibe. But you've worked with your kids before, right?
I have.
Is that, do you like that, or does that make you nervous, Mom?
It's awful. No.
No, I just mean as a mother, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you know, they're all so good at what they do. Here's the thing. You can work, it doesn't matter who you are or what you know. You work with your kids and they're like, I know, Mom. I know. I already know that, Mom.
Yeah.
So I like working with them because I like to see them being creative, but they're all on their own now. My son is in Glasgow studying musical theater. Oh, wow. Someday we will go see him on Broadway, I'm sure. My eldest child is taking welding, and they're doing fabulously at welding, and it's master on their way to being a master welder.
This is not a lie. This is one of my things I want to know how to do, is how to weld.
They are really,
I moved to
really good
Montana,
at it.
and these women that live there do everything, and I'm jealous. They're very capable.
Well, you are too.
Well, not like that.
Okay,
I mean,
maybe not welding,
I
but
can survive in a forest for a bit. I was like, but they're just, they do things like that.
Can you build a fire?
I can build a great fire.
Okay, there's a lot of people who don't know how to build fires. That kills
I thought I could build a fire, and then I moved to Montana, and then I was shamed.
Then you saw that you.
Yeah, my little
really
puny thing.
Yeah. And my other one is in Rhode Island studying. So all of my kids are artists, and that's what's fabulous. I love that.
I love that they all went artistic. That's cool.
Yeah.
Gets it from the mama. So your kids have moved out. Do you like this, or do you freak out about being an empty nester?
I love it. I think, look, and come on, ladies, how do we like it?
No offense to my children, but like I think that'll be a cool thing though. You've raised them to be independent. They're out on their own, and then you get to like. Do whatever you want.
100%. They're doing exactly what they want to do, which makes me very happy. I'm doing what I want to do, which is working. I love being a working mom. I still gather my friends around. We have game nights.
Yes.
And I cook.
It's so awesome.
And the concerts in Central Park. You haven't?
I haven't done that yet.
Oh, honey. See the fireworks. Sometimes they'll do fireworks at the end of Tchaikovsky, and it's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
The 1812,
Oh, that's awesome. Well, I hear that you also throw pottery. I think that's the term. You throw pottery?
Yeah, I do. I throw down.
You throw down some pottery?
I do.
You got some skills?
Maybe I'll make you a little something.
Little ghost moment.
What's your new apartment?
Did you make this?
I did. Oh, I did. I made that.
That's like not a hobby. That's like you could start your own Etsy page. Like that's
What's your favorite color in your new home, Kelly?
I'm just saying, I love green. But that's
green
beautiful. How long does it take to do something?
You know, it takes several, maybe even a month, because it depends on the firing time. You throw something, you let it dry. You trim it, you let it dry. You put it in the kiln, and that takes a while. Then you take it back from the kiln, then you glaze it, you let it dry. Then you fire it again. So one piece can take up to 2 weeks to make. But I love it. I love it. And it's like they're like your kids, right? Because you can throw the ugliest thing in the world. You're like, oh, it's fantastic. I gotta keep it. You know,
you're incredible, baby.
Yeah. Look at it, and you can even drink from it. Right?
No holes.
Yeah, exactly.
I love having something like that, like a hobby on the side. Does that kind of help you chill out?
What is your hobby on the side?
You know what? It's so funny. I was just talking about this too earlier. I love to quilt. I am not good at it. Don't look closely.
Oh my God.
But I love to do it. There's something about gathering all the little, and I love stories in each fabric that I pick and then putting it together for someone.
Yes,
I love
save the fabric from your kids' stuff, and then you can make a beautiful quilt.
I would love to be that mother. That's like, I take pictures everywhere, and I have my kids. Yeah, I'm my mom in that respect. I don't like. I'm in this like Marie Kondo phase of my life where I'm just like, you got to get rid of it, or you don't enjoy the things you have.
You can't see what you have if you don't get rid of it. Yeah.
Yes. Are you good at that?
No.
No. Okay. I didn't say I was good at it. I'm trying.
I don't love clutter. I do like negative spaces.
Me too.
But I also get attached to things like my parents' things, or like if I've been antiquing. Like I don't even know if this is the right moment to mention it, but I have a beautiful chandelier that I bought, this gorgeous wooden chandelier when I was in Texas, and I bought,
Texas, like antique.
Yes. So see that? It's these, but it's little balls of wood. Yeah. Of colored wood.
I have something similar in one of my cabins. Yeah, I love that.
This was, I think, from Fredericksburg, Texas.
I love Fredericksburg.
Okay, I love Fredericksburg. Yeah. The little log cabins.
Yeah.
We're best friends from way back.
No, I love Fredericksburg. It's literally like you kind of, that town is so different. I mean, I feel like than a lot of towns in Texas.
Yes. Yeah. It's different. It has all the old antiques, this rusticness, but it had beautiful things like that.
Antiquing in Texas is like another, you need a you need a flatbed trailer to go with you.
Yes, I'm sure. I had these little owls that I got from an antique store somewhere. They had their look at their little eyes. See, their little eyes glow.
See, some people might think that looks evil, but I think it looks magical. I think it looks magical.
Sit next to my fireplace.
Yes. No, there's nothing better than like a real fireplace, because you can't really do that in certain places here, because everyone's connected. You know, all the fireplaces in this beautiful home that I'm renting you can't use them.
I used to have a place in Harlem, in Brownstone in Harlem. I lived up there for a long time, and we had 4 fireplaces and 1 in the bedroom, and I loved lighting them all the time.
Oh. Yeah. None of mine work like that.
Okay.
Yeah. I think they think I'm going to burn it down. And that was a look at her show, So Help Me Todd. You can see it Thursdays on CBS. So what is happening in season 2?
Season 2 of So Help Me Todd is fantastic. The same things that I loved in season 1, we have in season 2, which is the banter. And I have such a great acting co-star in Skylar Astin, and we just love kind of just bantering with each other and laughing with each other. The cast is all fantastic. The crew is fantastic. We're shooting in Vancouver. Season 2, the strange things happening where his character is now sort of very planted and doing really well, where in season 1 he wasn't. And Margaret, things are happening in Margaret's life that are seeing her spiral downward a little bit.
Tables are turned. Yeah.
Tables are turned. Yes, exactly. That's what it is. So, but that struggle and that banter is what's fun. So, yeah, it's good. We're having
and your mother's son in it.
Mother's son. That's right.
That dynamic is interesting.
She's a bit more of a, I don't want to say quite priss-pot, but sort of. You know, like she puts mats on the tables and she has certain standards. Yeah. And he's much more relaxed, as most kids are. So I think we're getting ready to have an episode where there's a big millennial-boomer argument. Or maybe it's aired already. Anyway, the millennial-boomer argument is one that we're gonna have soon, and that's gonna be fun to play out with the kids. Like, apparently, I'm a boomer. Apparently, right? And the millennials have such a different way of being, and so I don't know the ins and outs, but I think the boomers are supposed to be much more. You got to earn it, you know, like the old talisman. You're too young to even know, right?
No, I think you should earn it. I've earned everything I have, girl. Yeah, I just think it's sad because you see, I grew up with kids that they didn't. They had everything handed to them, and it did them a disservice in life. They don't know how to function and don't know how to work hard. It's like, well, you have to work for that. Or they're too, do you come across those people that are too, oh, I can't get a job there, I'm above it. And I'm like, nah, if you need to pay your electricity, you ain't above
Oh, honey, 100%.
Yeah.
Well, I would still go back to waiting till we were in a big, long strike, and I was like, oh my God, what are you gonna do? I know how to wait tables. I know how to do a lot of things, and I can do it, and I like it.
Yeah.
And you get to eat for free, so
you're a people person. Exactly. We are the same thing. Right? That's free food. Right. But you were actually chased one time, right? Is that after you won an Oscar?
Yes.
I love this story. Please tell it.
Okay. So I won for Pollock.
Yeah.
I was in the gown and the jewels, and I had $3 million worth of jewels between me, my mother, and my sister. And because of that, they'd given me a bodyguard, the Harry Winston jewels. And so when we were leaving, the fabulous night, the best thing ever, the governor's ball was also gorgeous. We get into our limo, and I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm a star, like on my way. And we get in the limo, and as we're driving, the bodyguard who's in the front goes, we're being followed. We're like, looking over, okay.
I love where your mom goes.
My ex started filming it. I was like, I'm a star, they're following me. My mother was like, throw the jewels out the window, I want to live. I'm like, we're not throwing anything out the window, Mom. I said, they're not thieves, they're paparazzi.
The jewels.
She's like, I think they're thieves. She's like, legendary.
What is she, in Goonies? Like, what is she?
I know. It's like, amazing. Open the sunroof, throw it out, right? She was sure that we were about to be murdered.
After the jewels,
right?
Your mom is...
But we do the whole thing, Kelly. We get like, they're behind us. We go off the ramp, they go off the ramp, we do it on the ramp. And then we pull over to the Santa Monica police station, and the bodyguard's on the radio with the police and everybody the whole way. We pull in, the police apprehend the car, we pull out, we get to the Shutters Hotel. And I'm like, so, what paparazzi were they? They're like, well, they were paparazzi, they weren't jewel thieves, but they thought that you were Russell Crowe.
Nothing more humbling. But still, the best part of that story is your mother going, throw the jewels! I want to live!
I want to live!
That's another. Okay, so you have another movie with another Oscar winner, Michael Keaton.
Yes.
What's this movie?
Michael Keaton is so fantastic. First of all, we worked years ago on something called Desperate Measures, and this is a movie called Knox Goes Away, and it's a fascinating way to portray someone who is losing their memory. Especially dear to me because my mother passed from Alzheimer's ultimately. But this is a slightly different version of that. But he's a hitman. He's a hitman. And he's losing his memory. So he has to plan something so perfectly while his memory is still there in order to get somebody off of a crime. And I don't want to tell you more than that because it's really electrifying, it's really wonderful, and it's just this wonderful take or added take on memory loss.
Yeah.
I mean, do you know how lucky we are to have our brains and our memories? It's such a gift, it's such a glorious gift.
I think it's also, it impacts you when you see someone that's struggling with it as well.
For sure.
Then you get perspective and you're like, gosh, even that most simple thing that we take for granted.
Right, exactly. We take our health, we take so many things for granted, and to have them at my age and have my kids have them, and I just feel so blessed, I have to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, well, we need another break. You can see Marcia and Knox Goes Away in theaters right now, and her show, So Help Me Todd, airs Thursday nights on CBS.